Welcome back everyone to the two-headed wolf gaming channel Last Epoch and of course our Shaman as we continue to build this close combat spellcaster towards the end game. I've leveled up about 5 to 6 times in between the episodes. Progress is definitely a lot slower than in the early game. However, there's still some really good decisions to make, so let's get into it. To begin with, I just found this armor which is slightly better. When I looked at resistances and kept progressing through the game, I realized that it's not only the resistances that I am suffering from, it's also the low level of armor, at this point being at 482. That means that, generally speaking, we are mitigating 16% of the damage, so, it's not that great against non-physical enemies, and we've encountered plenty of those, and even on physical enemies we are reducing it by 23%. The dodge is at 3%, so that's nothing, to be honest. But now we have this armor, which at least it gives us a bit more strength on that side, so we should be in a better situation during this episode in comparison to the last one. On the passive side, I threw in a point here in Swirling Maelstrom. You have additional health and mana and have a chance to cast Maelstrom when hit. The effect has the 5-second cooldown. Overall, I'm thinking of investing more here. We could also get some Sky Armor, armor plus 20 per point, could be pretty good. Chance to chill attackers when hit, and chance to shock attackers when hit. I want at least 1 point over here, just because we can get that 10% chance to chill and shock. Over on this side, we definitely want to have a chance to cast Stormbolt on hit with melee attacks, and that's something that I really wanted. Actually, I will want 3 points over here just so we can unlock this, where we could get Conflux, your area skills have increased area, and you take less damage from shocked enemies. I wouldn't care too much for that, although less damage from shocked enemies is great because we are shocking everybody. However, the 5 points there to where your indirect storm bolts cast have a chance to cast again after 0.25 seconds is great. You deal increased spell damage for each active totem. We're not using totems, we don't care. And Iron Bark is totally about totems and we don't care at all. So at this moment, I just want 5 points here. This is the next 4 levels until we can get that extra cast. And at that point, I think I'm just going to invest here for some extra health and mana. Maybe a bit more armor, but we shall see. Let's go into our active skills, and as you can see here, in between the episodes, I could only get 1 level here on these skills, which made me realize that I am getting closer to level 20. And if my knowledge doesn't deceive me, at level 20 is the max level for active skills. So I don't have a whole lot of points to spend, and I have to play this slightly smarter. I am thinking that for now on this skill, on the Gathering Storm, I believe what I want to do is go here where Storm Bolts have a chance to shock and they deal a bit more damage with melee, the Gathering Storm skill. I could also get Gathering Storm deal additional spell damage per free melee damage on your equipped axe or mace. I haven't gotten around to having an axe yet on my secondary, so we're gonna get this one, just have the chance to shock, especially because of the skills we've just got, and then we're gonna go with the Tempest. Over here on the Tempest Strikes, we are getting the Tornado, a bit more mana consumption on it, however, it doesn't matter, we have a chance to do a lot more damage. On the Maelstrom, at this point, I am going to go with Stormbolt cast each second at 6 or more stacks. That is a lot of damage. Sometimes it happens that I get to 6 stacks at this moment, but afterwards I think I'm also going to head this way. If we have, what, 17, 18, 19 and 24 more points, I could only get either this branch, right? Or I could invest a bit more here to make sure that we're doing a lot more damage. I think I like this effect and I believe that I'll maximize it with the Frenzy. That would be absolutely great for our strength. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Then we can go here to Storm Crows. And when it comes to the Storm Crows, what would be good? Damage per shock stack could be good. Increase the maximum damage. More resistance, more shock chance. I think we wanted to just to get a bit of dodge rating and increase dodge rating by 40%, just to have them survive a bit longer, as they have started falling left and right quite often. And here is where I specialize in Warcry. I played a round for, what is it, like an hour, maybe an hour and a half at this point, and I've tried Avalanche. but it just doesn't feel natural. I forget about it most of the time just because I have to sit still and channel the skill. And it also uses a lot of mana. And there's nothing about our build which really responds to this well. Not in a way that really matters to me. So because of that, I decided, okay, Avalanche is not working. Then I started thinking, well, we have problems with defenses, right? So I could either go with Eterra's Blessing, which offers us healing. That is great. Or I could go with Warcry, which knocks enemies back and stuns them. Stunning them is great, it's perfect for bosses, even though it has reduced timing or reduced effect duration. But there is another thing about Warcry which I loved. Basically, I could go here, where we are invulnerable for 1 second after Warcry. That's perfect for our defensive capabilities. Then we could go to Warcry now also restores our health. That is perfect for us. We really want to get some healing. Warcry cleanses negative elements on us. Well, yes, why not? And then I saw this icon, which is Maelstrom. You now cast Maelstrom when you use Warcry. Maelstrom cast this way costs less mana, minus 50%. And we can get 1 stack on 1 use. If we maximize this, are we getting 4 points of Maelstrom when we do Warcry? That is crazy. I want that. And then I was thinking, well, we are knocking back the enemies. And I started looking around and I saw this right here. Warcry now freezes enemies instead of stunning them. Okay, but it no longer knocks enemies back. Bleed chance from all sources is converted to frostbite chance, and effect related to bleed now depend on frostbite instead. So we're gonna freeze enemies rather than stun enemies, but we're not knocking them back anymore. And then I saw this one up here, Ferocity. While Warcry is on cooldown, your critical strikes have a chance to use Warcry for you. The effect can only happen once per direct Warcry use, and it will reset the cooldown. So basically we can use Warcry and then we'll have an extra chance to cast a Warcry in between cooldowns. And that is crazy. Feels like the perfect way to build this character. So we're going this way, cleanse ailments. I am going to get, as you can see, 4 Maelstrom stacks on use of Warcry. We're getting there. This build is starting to go really far, I would say. I would go with, yes, larger area. Let's remove the stun. You know, not the best thing in the world, but we'll remove it right there. Increase critical strike chance. You and your cold minion affected by Warcry gain increased critical strike and additional shield chance for 4 seconds, which means that we could trigger another one of these very quickly. Okay, well, let's get you and your allies affected by Warcry gain increased critical chance for 4 seconds. We will need 2 points here, 2 points here, so that's 50%. And now we get Warcry on crit. Ooh. Well, where do we want to go next? We have 1 more point. Knockback distance, we don't care about that anymore. It's not gonna happen, right? Spell physical damage. We could go in that direction, but we don't really care about the damage, right? And in this direction, you gain Berserk buff for 1 second when you use Warcry, granting you additional melee damage. While you have Berserk, you gain additional stack of Berserk on melee hit, up to a maximum, and melee hits refresh all stacks. Berserk giving us what? Extra melee? Yeah. Well, then we'd have increased duration and the chance to throw it on our minions, the chance to increase our attack speed. I don't think that that is really helping us in any way. Probably Frailty would be good to deal 6% extra damage on enemies. Frailty reduces damage dealt. Oh no, it gives us reduced damage from enemies. Well, let's pick this one up as well. Duration 2 seconds, maybe we will push it further. But either way, this is our upgrades for this episode. And, well, most of the upgrades for this episode. Let's go through here. We should be able to fight a boss here soon. And it should be interesting to see how all of this works. Let's see. Where do I have to go? It doesn't really say. But I want to see that in action. Let's see, Warcry. We did get the 4 stacks of Maelstrom there. Oh, this is going in such a great direction. I it I I am going to go this way. I'm hoping that that is the way out. I'm not going to explore these maps. I think I'm going to create some character that I will be playing when I'm not recording at random, just to explore all these maps and find secrets. Yeah. We need that boost. We need a bit more speed. As you can see, Maelstrom is not a problem anymore. We are going at max stacks. We could even remove. Part of me tells me that I should probably remove a few points at least from the Maelstrom on kill. You know, 25% it's 1 in 4 kills. At 20% is 1 in 5, generally speaking. I think I'm okay with 1 in 5. As we're getting a lot more of these through the damage we receive or through other skills. That's what I am thinking at the moment. But this is starting to look so great. With the amount of damage that we are doing, it's really something else. As you can see, we're not dying as often anymore. We don't have the same kind of problems. At least not in this area. You can still stun enemies. It's still a thing. However, it's not gonna happen with the Warcry. See, explore the temple depths, return to Tetima and inform the trained princes. Okay. I guess I haven't done that quest because I've seen it there for a while and just now that I've noticed it. Yeah, the only thing that I'm missing right now is the speed. I want that haste. I need that haste. That is a one with some freaking, but I don't really care about it. I haven't found a better weapon in a while now, and I'm really curious to see what the next level is. Where do I go next? Well, there are 2 doors. I don't know which leads where. Just because of the way the map looks, I'm going to go to the right here. Acolyte level of Harvest Shard. That's a cool upgrade. There are many of these more unique shards which give you like +1 to skills. Oh, which begs the question, is there a way to get extra skills on your build? For example, you know, when you put a +1 to Maelstrom, you get an extra point. But can you go past level 20 with that? I would say that the question would be yes. I would hope that the question would be yes. Because the way that these upgrades go and the skill tree goes, I don't think it would hurt the balancing act if you had, I don't know, 3 extra levels or something along those lines for skills. Not everything is overpowered, and even I think if you bought the entire skill, then it would be slightly overpowered. It would have too many effects, but many of them are conflicting, and that's why I'm feeling like you wouldn't be overpowered, just because the effects are conflicting, right? So you go from area of effect to single target, and why would you invest in both? Overall on this side, what do we want? Do we want more frailty? Let's have frailty for 4 seconds. That would reduce the damage of the enemy to long enough, I would say, for us to kill them. Even if you do not apply any other frailty effects, they won't survive more than 4 seconds. Hey, this is starting to look crazy. Are we on ancient aliens or something? Good, so far so good. Let's throw another war cry here. He ran away from us. I am going to cast another Storm Totem. Ooh, that's a lot of damage right there. Oh, I didn't see it, but there was a ring on the ground. I think that's physical damage, right, or something. Tremors, I don't know exactly what the effect is. Okay, let's put down another one of these totems. Just run away from us again. I'll summon another one. We'll go forward here. Okay, let's stun her. Let's do a lot of damage in the process. Great. Bosses are starting to become a bit more challenging, which is great. Let's do another one of these Warcries. I think casting Warcry might be the better choice here before any other spells. Just because it gives us those extra levels of Maelstrom. Plus the stunning, right? So putting all that together is going to give me more damage over time than what we are doing with normal attack. I'd be guessing. Good. Let's do another one. Yep. It's ours. There we go.
You fool. Lagon is unpredictable. I was trying to protect everyone.
Melee cold damage, increase fire. Yeah, not the best modifiers, unfortunately. Okay. Are there treasures here? Why did these doors open? Nope, just a part of the map where I am not really sure what I'm doing here. Does this go anywhere? Well, it's starting to be hard to believe that there's nothing here, right? Am I missing something? With this passive skill point, we're gonna go further here. We want that extra lightning bolt. And as you can see, we are throwing a lot of lightning bolts, and just take a look at some of those tougher enemies, how quickly we throw intense shock on them. Well, they're dead before we even got to that. There's no chest here, then there's really no point in exploring the rest of it. And I'm going to look at someone else's video and see them going up there and be like, ooh, uniques. Let's see, extra damage. This is another scepter. It has freeze rate multiplier and some lightning damage leech. That's nothing that I'm really looking for. I'm wondering if we're gonna fight this Kraken very soon. I should be looking... Actually, no, I need a portal before I look for a way to teleport to this quest. Okay. Okay, so this is Lagon, the God of Storms. What do we do here? We fight. Probably not the best element to fight him with. Ooh. Ooh. Cold and lightning, that hurts. this the first real challenge? Like, real challenge? I'm guessing we're starting the fight from scratch. Which is why... Let's see, do I have any kind of forging potential anywhere here? A bit, but what would we do? Mana regeneration? No, I guess we'll get some spell damage. Poison, necrotic resistance, it wouldn't really matter. Okay, I'll just keep things then as they are, and I've got nothing else. Instead of 23% physical resistance, because that's pretty much what these boots have, I could get a bit more armor and a bit more... I think I can upgrade the physical resistance, right? Do I need it though? No, we're over capped, so I'm not gonna upgrade this, but I am going to upgrade the armor here. FX is maxed. At this point, I guess I could go. Actually, let's not forge anything else for the moment. This is going to give us a bit more power. I'm guessing tentacles have to go down first. Right, we're pretty much capped on resistances. It's not that bad. I just have to find a way to avoid some of these damage. Ah, okay. See it behind him. Ooh. See it behind him. Avoid area of attacks. Okay. So we'll stay around the tentacle, avoid area of attacks, and damage the tentacle using his own attacks. Got it. Ooh. When tentacle is down, nothing happens. It doesn't protect us. How many lessons are we going to learn here? This is not what I expected. Do I have to go back? No, it's survival against trial, so I'm guessing that I have to do this. I go like this. It wasn't like 100% successful there, what I've done. Okay. Oof. This is... Ooh. Okay, this is not easy. Starting to get pumped. I need to figure this out. Yeah, okay, I cannot go back. I do not know what's there. Probably it is the end of the quest. But we first have to survive this. I'm gonna bring in the ravens. Probably one of those situations where I have to be super careful, not sit in an area for too long, like let him damage his own thing, right? Run away, cast a bit more, do damage, run left and right. Yep. Make him damage himself and run away. It's... Okay. So far so good. However, I'm running out of potions. That is not great. Got another potion here. We can also use the war cry to heal ourselves, right?
Is that the best you can do?
Okay, okay. So far so good. Not the best, not the worst. Totally fine. I think the most important part of all of this is to make sure that we keep moving. Don't sit still while he has the eyes on us. On the way. Okay, he teleported us and I don't know what he's doing here. Super big waves. Okay, so that's like a second phase there. I have to avoid those waves. Throwing a bunch of totems in might help. We're gonna get this. Let's throw this down. Let's do a war cry. Let him do his thing. Okay, let's see. Good. I'll try not to use a lot of health potions if I can help it. I'll try to use more war cries. Okay, now he's gonna damage his own hands there. The physical damage doesn't hurt that much. The rest of his attacks... oh, it was the explosion. The rest of his attacks that are a bit worse. I'm starting to get sort of Path of Exile vibes where I think you need around maybe 1,000, 1,500 health up to this point. We're not really built that way. We're being built more for attunement rather than anything else. Good, damage yourself. Let's throw in another one of these totems here. Let's make sure we avoid explosions. Nice. Good, damage his own. Totem, war cry, avoid explosion. I see, so he's raising himself up before he's doing that explosion thing. Let's get a bit of healing there. Yeah, he's raising himself up before he's doing those explosions. He's doing ice attacks. Let's bring another totem here. We could actually try to do a few more attacks with extra mana there.
You're starting to bore me.
Damage, perfect, perfect. Ooh. Go on. Let's be careful here. We're just gonna avoid the waves. I think we can handle the rest. Just naturally, we're bringing in another Raven. Yep. All good, just move around. Be careful. I'll do a war cry. Going to give us some help. We're getting a potion back there. Let's see. A bit more healing. I think I might have to kill all these tentacles, otherwise it doesn't really make sense for how long we are still here. Right? Okay. Anything else? Let's see. I'm on another Raven. Throw down another one of these totems. Do I have to go back up? Nope. Come on. I can do it. Not a problem. Okay, now I'm teleported back. We're getting back into the same groove. Nice. Let's do this. Let's do a war cry for the heal and make sure that we're getting some of that back. Oof. That stun was pretty bad. Okay, he's doing his ice attack, so we're gonna go back here. We're gonna do a bunch of these strong attacks. I'll do another war cry for a bit of healing. I'll also throw in a healing potion, just because I don't know how long this will last. It will run away from that ice beam. It's a full moon again. Did he do his explosion? Yes, so that's what it is. It's actually the full moon there. Got it. Ooh, almost got me there, almost got me, but he didn't get me. Run away. Yep. Okay, I'm starting to see some of these attacks through some of these attacks, while it's not actually perfect just yet. Okay, oof. Come on. Make sure we're not making ourselves, not getting ourselves in trouble just now. Okay, that's one tentacle down.
Your skills entertain me, and for that you shall live. Now, why have
Okay. I think we've just made it. Wow. That was interesting. That was intense. It wasn't the craziest thing, but it definitely needed some change, right? In tactics, definitely the highest challenge so far. Either way, I think we've done well. Hope you have enjoyed this episode. Hope you like how the build is going here. It definitely requires more love. It requires more time. As far as skill goes, I feel like we're on the right path, but we just need to start focusing on gear. I still need a lot more time. I don't know if time is the right word. I need to start farming. I need to get some target loot, and that's something that we definitely get into the end game. So probably that is the path forward. If you have any tips, if you have any suggestions for what I could do here, maybe something in particular that you've made for your own build, do consider leaving it down in the comments below. Would be much appreciated to learn from you as well. And until next time, I thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all to have a wonderful day.